Welcome to the Grit and Grace podcast, where real conversations meet real growth. This is the place where we lean into life's challenges with grit and rise above them with grace. Whether you're here for encouragement, practical tools, or a reminder that you're not walking this journey alone, you're in the right place. So let's dive in. Well,
What's up?
oh, well,
Long time no
let's
see.
see. Long time no see. That's right. So we promised y'all in our last podcast, we always update you on what we've been doing, and we have been running a lot, which is what we always say, right? And we have commented that like we've done a race and then a taper and then a race and a taper, and it has us a little bit distracted. It's a good like life analogy. Don't get distracted.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
So just distracted from like our mundane, normal Saturday long runs.
They're coming up.
Yeah. But we ran Austin half.
We did.
2 weeks ago? Yes, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And so tell us about Austin half.
I can't believe we just ran that.
My hamstring's still feeling Austin half.
Austin half. Austin half was, it was very hilly. But everyone warned us about the hills.
Yeah.
God is good because me and weather. And the funny thing is, if you follow me on social media, when I post pictures, I thought about this yesterday when I posted my picture. And I posted the, just that I ran, 5 miles, whatever I did yesterday. That I'm asking questions like, what's the weather there? I mean, I am obsessed with weather.
It is a problem.
It's like-
it's a little bit of a problem.
It's like Tuesday. Guys, I'm wearing earmuffs. It's so cold. It's 35 degrees. Let's warm up. And then, yeah, I'm seeing this.
Yeah. I think I helped bring it out in you.
But the weather was,
it was good.
It was good.
Yeah, the weather was good. We lived like so dangerously, and we went to Austin at night, which was a lot. Yes, we due to family obligations, we had to go at night. So we traveled. We left Tyler at like 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
With the older person driving.
Yes. So, and the whole time we're so fun. We're like, what are all these people doing on the road?
I know. I mean, why are you not home asleep? Because that's where we want to be.
And then we didn't think about it, but it was a Friday night, Friday before Valentine's, and our hotel was on 7th Street. So it's like 11 p.m. and we are on 6th Street in Austin, like gridlock.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, we were like 2 blocks from the hotel.
Yeah.
But it was already starting to shut down.
Yeah.
I'm assuming for the race or for 6th Street?
I think a little bit of both,
It
maybe.
could have been both.
Yeah.
But we were stuck.
Yeah.
We had to go
So-
a lot of detours.
Yes. So we got there late, and then the next day we did the expo, which was fun. It was a good expo.
It was a good
And,
expo.
Yeah, it was a good expo, and we couldn't do a shakeout. It was raining the whole day before, so we did our shakeout on the treadmill.
Which
in
was
the
good.
hotel. It was fine.
I mean, it's true because it was wet outside.
Yeah.
And being also, again, downtown,
Yeah.
you know, starting curbs, everything.
Yeah,
So
and I'm
it's
such a
probably
good
better.
friend that I went out like 5 a.m. to Starbucks alone in Austin with some people that had too much to drink the night before.
Yep.
Christy can always count on me to bring her coffee. So I
smell
will,
it.
I will live dangerously to get coffee. And then we just had a low-key day. Our days before races are usually low-key. Expo, running store, Chipotle.
Chipotle. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we only went to one running store.
Yeah, we only went to one because we spent enough money at the expo.
And we came home with no pairs of shoes.
No shoes. It's funny. I told my husband just today that I still regretted not trying on those shoes.
I think you've mentioned it to me a couple times.
It's okay. We're going to go to some more running
But you're
stores
seeing
this
it on
week.
your feed now, aren't you?
Yeah, we usually come back with at least one pair. So anyway, but then the actual race, first of all, we were just surprised. We were young. I mean, we were old. It was a young crowd. Like the average age was probably 30, but we were in Austin. Yeah. So the weather was pretty. I was in Corral A. It was fine. We did our little stretches together and left each other. And then
But you're leaving out the biggest adventure
what was that?
was moving the car at 4
Oh,
a.m.
yes, that's
Bethany,
right. That's right.
For her last Houston Marathon, experienced being stuck at a hotel because of parking.
Yeah,
and-
because of valet parking.
Yeah, and they couldn't get their car. And so the night before, she was talking about, hey, let's get up at I don't know. Did we start at 4:30? I don't know what time
We started
it started.
at 4.
And then we got to 4
Yeah.
because we had to move our car because we were right by the finish line. I mean, like right by it.
Right by it.
And we saw the street starting to get blocked off and everything. And we asked, did we ask the night before?
We asked the valet people, so like if we want to get out of here after the race, they're like,
Oh, yeah.
no, just stay, have some drinks, eat. And we were like,
Chill. They said
no,
chill to us.
we don't chill
We don't
well.
chill.
So we wanted to go home. Yes.
So we would have been there till 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Easily.
at least.
And we were
at
home
least.
by about 3 o'clock here in Tyler.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we chat GPT for the win.
Yes, we told them we need to get out of here. They told us go north of the finish line.
Yep.
And so 4 a.m. It took me a minute to get you on board with me. The 4
It
a.m.
did.
thing.
It did.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Very grateful.
So we had already found a parking garage that we were going to go to, and we ended up parking in a parking lot by it, and it was good because we went back to our hotel, took a shower, trekked a ways
Yes.
to get back there, but then we were able to hit the road.
Yes. I mean, just to also say, our hotel was right by the finish line, and to move our truck from that spot at 4 a.m. took us like a 2-mile
Yeah, because
detour.
so many roads
Back
were
on
closed.
35, it was absolutely insane. So it was like the best decision.
Yeah.
Best decision.
It pays
I
to
will
have
always trust you.
a friend that's quick,
Uh-huh.
doesn't delay.
That doesn't want.
So yeah, but anyway, the race was good. I felt good. It was hilly. It was just kind of a long run for me, but I felt really good afterwards. But obviously, the hills did kind of take a toll on my little hammy over here.
Yeah.
So
but even like the downhills.
yeah, the downhills were steep, and then I was excited because I usually don't get to see Christy cross the finish line. Because I'm always running the full marathon, she's running the half, and so, I'm always the last one done. And so I kind of loitered at the end, with people saying, get out of the way, and I was like tracking her, waiting for her to finish. And so she finishes, and it's a little weird after we exercise or run because Christy has like a nonverbal period.
I do.
Like this morning. Anyway, she has a nonverbal period. And so, but like I'm pretty peppy. And I'm like,
You are. You can move from one to the other very quickly.
hey, I'm proud of you. And she like looked at me in a mean way and she said, I didn't enjoy 1 minute.
Not 1 minute.
And I was like, okay, well, let's get a picture real fast in front of the Capitol. Anyway, so why didn't you enjoy 1 minute? And it's kind of like childbirth. We've got a little amnesia now. She did enjoy some of it. I talked her into the positives on the way home.
It was good. I ran well with
Yes.
all of the chaos of constant agility trying to pass people.
Yeah.
Again, I was in Corral D and I was in Corral C at Houston, and it was night and day difference. As far as the people they put in Corral D, they really weren't there to run. They were there for fun. They were. It was taking selfies. It was stopping right in the middle of a run in the middle of the road. It was a lot. I mean, and I really thought it would pan out. Please, if anyone was there that experienced this, please let me know. Please comment below.
She's still not
Because
okay.
I am not, because I have seen multiple posts about Austin Marathon and they're asking questions, and I'm scrolling through posts to see if anyone experienced what I experienced, and I don't think anyone else did.
Well, I think it all depends on your goal for the race. So like in Corral A, everybody was serious about running.
Yes.
But next time you're not going to be in Corral
No,
D.
I'm not. I am
And
not.
so, and I do understand that's frustrating if
was.
people are weaving in and out in
It
front
just
of you.
never ended. I was shocked
Yeah.
that I had to the entire time. And she saw a little bit of my anger because when we were walking to the car, people were getting in front of us and I was still angry. I needed to just get away from everybody on the streets, just chilling.
Yeah. Just chilling.
Just chilling.
We were there to run, but it was good.
Yes.
It was a fun weekend.
It was.
Yeah.
You
So
did well.
anyway.
You did well. You did.
Yeah.
You did
Well, neither one of us
Neither-
did exactly what we
neither one
wanted
of us
to do.
PR'd.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we were a
But
couple
we still
minutes
did good.
off.
A couple minutes. And for that course, it was fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do agree.
Yeah.
100%.
So what do we have coming up next? We have Fresh next week.
But we did the 10K.
Yes, we're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, we have Fresh
have
next
Fresh
week.
coming up.
And then we have Boston in 49 days. Yeah. So anyway,
That's the exciting
well,
part.
So we're excited about today's podcast. It
Yes.
actually was born out of a few different kind of speaking engagements that we've had lately. We've had a lot of things that we've shared at, and so Christy shared. She was invited to share for the UT Tyler girls soccer team, and so we bounced a lot of stuff off of each other. And so it was actually we were coming back from Austin that she was talking about that because it was the week, and I was like. Which this is like, I'm notorious for this. I'm like, Christy, I have a great idea. And she's always like, I'm listening.
I'm listening because they're good. They're good, guys.
Anyway, and so I was like, you need to start the speech by writing a letter to your younger self to 20 years ago. And it was so good, the letter she wrote. And so we switched our podcast schedule to share with y'all our letters to dear younger me, because one thing that we're constantly convicted about is how fast things go. We even said that at Austin because we always have our eye on like the next thing, and then we're like, okay, it's over, you know. Over. And so like we're always working to be better and to seize the day and breathe deep, and so. That's what this is about, is a letter. If you could go back 20 years to your younger self, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? And what would you stop? What would you start? What would you guard? What would you surrender? And these are questions, I said this morning at coffee, like the interesting thing about my letter, like the same things that I struggle with now are what I struggled with then. I tell patients that all the time when we're talking about going to see a counselor, like the way you deal with stress or the way when you're 20 and then you're 30 and you're 40, it's the same unless something changes, you know. So,
but I mean, even those questions, those are very good because we did the podcast of ending the years and starting strong and starting the year. And those are always things that you want to ask yourself. And even when we are proponents of auditing your life and auditing your habits and auditing what you're doing and choosing to do, and it is, how is it serving you? What needs to go? What needs to stay?
And really, this is something that you should do monthly. It's kind of like our monthly goals. Same thing, that you need to constantly be auditing. So
100%. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, when I was writing this, and the reason it came up because I started the PowerPoint, and I didn't really just love it. And I wanted to make an impact on the girls and have something that they would listen to and just remember. And I am more of a bold statement. Like, I just want you to walk away with like a nugget, a golden nugget that you're just going to nibble on and chew on it and hopefully just take it with you. And I feel like, because I had like an hour to hour and a half, I was told, and I was like, that's too long to ponder on something and to keep college girls entertained. And I was like, that's not me. I am more of like, let me get your attention kind of thing. And when I did it, it's just like, wow, this is powerful. Because we always think we have more time to change and we will make a difference later, or we'll change our minds then, or I will work on myself later. And we let so many things rule our lives instead of, living to our full abundance that we're made for.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so we don't realize that time is stealing from us, basically. People say that all the time when they post pictures on social media of their kids, time is a thief.
Yes.
And it is. But when you're young, you think, just like what you said, we have time, we'll fix it, we'll rest when things slow down. They don't slow down, they just compound.
They do.
And so this is just good reflection.
It is.
Yeah. So Christy, let's hear your letter. Let's hear your letter.
Okay. Dear 20-year-old Christy, I'm writing to you from the future and I need you to hear some things. Time is a thief. I know everyone says that, but you don't really believe it yet. You're so busy trying to get through uncomfortable moments, standing at starting lines, facing hard things, that you're missing them entirely. You're wishing away the very experiences that you're building here. Stop rushing past the moment. You trained for this. Be here. You're going to spend years making excuses, blaming circumstances, waiting for things to get easier before you take care of yourself. Stop. Your life will never be perfect. There will always be something hard. Do it anyway. You're going to let habits creep in, small things you don't even notice that pull you off course. People, choices, routines that seem harmless. And one day you'll wake up 5, 10 years down the road and ask, how did I get here? Pay attention now. Audit your life constantly. You think being strong means putting everyone else first. You think self-care is selfish. You're wrong. You can't pour from an empty cup. You have to be selfish to be selfless. Take care of yourself or you won't be able to take care of anyone else. And don't you dare put your relationship with God on the back burner. I know you will. You'll get busy. You'll think you can handle things on your own. You'll put everything else first, training, work, other people, and you'll squeeze him in when it's convenient. Stop. You need to know him more. You need to seek him first because his path, it's always in your best interest. Always. Even when you can't see it, even when it's hard, trust that. You're going to follow the crowd because it feels easier. You're going to think that sacrificing sleep, eating garbage, and running yourself into the ground is what dedication looks like. It's not. It's stupidity. Don't follow the majority. They're not going where you want to go. Know what you want. Know what you stand for. Know the direction you're heading. And when you know, don't deviate. Be unmovable in your standards for yourself. You are the steward of your body, your mind, your decision. No one else is coming to save you. No one else is responsible for your life. You are. Time is going to go faster than you can imagine. Don't waste it.
So good. So good.
So good.
Like, actually, you need to read that every day.
I know. I know.
It's just such a good reminder.
I know.
So, you know, some of that reminds us of like fear versus trust, you know, about future. So fear is control over working, following the crowd, avoiding hard conversations. We just said this morning, we just listened to a sermon about like, you should be worried if you're in the majority.
Yes.
You should be worried in today's world. If you are doing something that everybody's doing, then it's probably wrong. If you look back in history at the times that the majority was doing something, was it the right thing?
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is truly about, like, I am a gut person of trusting your gut, trusting obedience. That is our word for 2026 is to obey God and to just be aligned with his path to build what he wants us to build and have those standards. Trust your standards, but you have to know what they are. You have to be aligned to your goals, aligned to who you want to be, who you want to like guide your family, your people that's following you in your life. And if you don't have standards, what are you teaching them?
Right.
You know, and you know, again, be selfish to be selfless.
Yeah.
To be still, to know that you have to take care of yourself. So.
Yeah. So do you feel like fear or trust shaped your 20s?
Fear.
Yeah. Which, I mean, this is a hard
Like
thing.
you're always behind.
Yeah, because also we have wisdom now, you know, wisdom. But
100%.
it's still a good reminder, even from this point forward, you know, to be the best that we can be.
I always say, I say to people, like when people get on the InBody to get their body composition done, and that part of that is the question of age. And I have so many, it's mostly women, that just sigh of putting like 50 in or 60. And I'm thinking, every decade is so much better.
Yeah.
Because you have so much more wisdom. And hopefully you're not repeating the same stupid mistakes you made last decade.
Right.
You know, it is. I don't want to go back to being 20. I mean, because I'm going to be that 20-year-old that was there. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, so, and you know, talking about like self-sufficiency and fear and trust, you know, self-sufficiency says, I've got this. And like you said, faith says he's got this.
Amen.
And we have to live with that daily dependency.
Yep.
And surrender.
Yes. I mean, and that statement in my letter of don't you dare put God on the back burner. Because we all do. Because
Yeah.
it's almost like we had this conversation today. It's those people that are sometimes closest to you that you sometimes treat the worst because you know that they love you unconditionally. They love you regardless of what person you're bringing to the table, and God is that ultimate love.
Yeah.
And how many times have I put him on the back burner to pursue my goals?
Yeah.
And he's just waiting
Yes.
waiting patiently.
Yeah.
So, yep. Okay, I'm ready to hear your letter.
Okay. Dear younger me. So this is dear 20-year-old Bethany. First, do not be afraid. I know you are. You're afraid of failing, afraid of not being enough, afraid of choosing wrong, afraid that if you don't work harder than everyone else, you'll fall behind. But hear me clearly. Fear will never be your compass. You will build things, you will lead, you will stretch beyond what feels comfortable. And every single time fear tells you to grip tighter, control more, plan further ahead, trust instead. The Lord is already in your future. You don't have to outrun uncertainty. You don't have to force doors open. You don't have to prove yourself. Walk in obedience. He will handle the outcome. Second, do not become self-sufficient. You will be capable, very capable. You will learn how to manage, organize, execute, endure. You will wear responsibility well. But self-sufficiency is not strength. It is subtle pride wrapped in competence. The Lord will always provide. He will provide wisdom when you feel unsure, provision when you cannot see the numbers working, strength when you feel stretched thin, peace when the weight feels heavy. You do not have to carry what was never yours to hold. Dependence is not weakness, it's alignment. And finally, slow down, breathe deep. You are always in a hurry to graduate, hurry to achieve, hurry to build, hurry to arrive, but the most sacred parts of your life will not happen at the finish line. They will happen on the floor, playing with your babies, at the kitchen table, in bedtime prayers, or ordinary Tuesday mornings. Motherhood will not be a distraction from your calling. It will refine it. Do not rush the sleepless nights. Do not wish away the messy years. Do not multitask your way through their childhood. Look at them, be present. Let the dishes wait. Time will move faster than you think. The degrees will hang on the wall. The business will grow. The responsibilities will expand. But those little hands will not stay little. Enjoy every season, even the hard ones, especially the hard ones. You do not need to be fearless. You need to be faithful. You do not need to be self-sufficient. You need to be surrendered. You do not need to rush. Breathe deep. The Lord is already providing. So, and I've said before, maybe in my testimony podcast, that self-sufficiency and fear and trust, like those are all the things that I've always struggled with. And do not be in a hurry. Y'all, I graduated from high school when I was 16. Oh my gosh. Still in a hurry trying to win the race.
But you have some very godly, wise people in your life.
Yeah. That know my struggles. Like, they know those struggles. And that's why I said this morning when we were having coffee, like those struggles are all still my struggles, you know. But in light of, 20 years, because I can trust more and be a little less self-sufficient because I've seen the Lord provide,
Yep.
And I think as moms or as parents, like we all wish we would have slowed down with our kids because, people tell you before you have kids, it's going to go by so fast. But until you live it, you can't appreciate how fast it goes.
I know.
So
it is. I mean, it truly does. And, just the fact that you said it's not going, motherhood's going to refine you.
Yeah.
You're just going to figure out how to do so many things well.
Yeah.
To run a business, to be a Boston qualifier, to be a wife, to be a mother, to do all of these things. And it does. I mean, it's just taught you those non-negotiables. It's taught you what you're teaching people now.
Yeah.
That your life has.
Yeah.
The lessons that you're learned is lessons that you're teaching.
Yeah. I like the part about the ordinary Tuesday because I always tell people, there's no reason to worry because it's what blindsides you on a Thursday that you never saw coming.
Yes.
The things that we worry about are usually not what happens. And then another thing that I think about, I had a patient, it was a Grace Wellness patient, because we were talking, I was doing something and we were talking and some kind of procedure on her. And we were talking about a struggle with self-sufficiency because she had struggled with some of the same things. And she said that her dad, who's really elderly now, used to always tell her, stop running ahead of God. Stop running ahead of God. And I'm like, wow, I'm so guilty of that, because we are doers, fixers. And so it's just good perspective.
It is.
To step back and just be and trust.
Yeah. But I mean, and it's just like you said, I mean, you're saying that to your younger self because you've been through it, but you're still going through it.
Yeah.
And it's the maturity that we have that helps us be more in tune with life and living it. And, making the better choices. But we also, I mean, we know that a decision, some people are so scared to make decisions, like it's going to throw them off course or something like that, but they just got to take action. Like start today, do something.
Yes.
It's not going to be that detrimental. I mean, it's most decisions aren't life or death.
Right.
And, but it's just the sitting around and waiting and finding that perfect moment.
Yeah. When I was doing this PowerPoint, I thought, and I should have found it, but there's the start at 2 p.m., start on a Tuesday, start in the middle of the month, like just start, because we're always waiting for, I think I'll start in March, or I'll wait till Monday to start, or I'll, but start at 5 p.m., just start.
Just start. It reminds me of her. Bethany and I both recently listened to a Jocko podcast. He was being interviewed on the Diary of a CEO podcast, and I align with Jocko and his beliefs and the way that he attacks at life, and just his just do it kind of mentality. And he was talking about, like, what if someone is sitting there with Doritos on their belly, and he immediately spit them out.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you tell this person? Start now.
Yeah.
Stop doing what you're doing.
Spit them out and put the bag down. That's what we said.
I mean, it's something so simple.
Yeah.
But it's like pondering. And when you read this letter and you're writing this letter and you're going over what you have done in the past, and you're like, hello, pay attention.
Yeah. Well, and I thought about this, that, it's just, reflection is perspective, and it's good perspective. Even, to think about, okay, what letter would you write to your, 20-year-old self, just like this? But then I wrote a letter to Christy about our last year, and it's just perspective of, if we could just trust the process, because even if you wrote a letter to yourself 1 year ago, like, that's something you should do every year. So then you write a letter, okay, what I wish I would have known a year ago, because most of it involves trusting the Lord's plan. Like, the Lord's plan, he writes the best stories.
He does.
He
does.
And a year ago, there were so many parts of our story related to business or friendship or fitness that we didn't know. But if we could have just gone back and been like, okay, just trust, every step is ordained. And so it's just good perspective to reflect. And so that's what I love about this. Like, it doesn't have to just be your 20-year-old self.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
You can do it in all areas. Like, what would you have told yourself, when you're 5 years ago, when your kids were 5 years younger? That we really, there's power in that, of reflection.
There is. I agree 100%. But also in understanding that there's going to be hard moments in your life, and you've got to endure hard times, because it does build you into the person you're going to be. Don't be fearful. And like I said, get to that starting line. Enjoy that moment, because I feel like we wish it away so fast.
Yeah.
And I've just been, and I think I've said it the last 2 races, like, I'm nervous, and then I just tell Bethany, okay, I need to be here. I need to be thankful for this. I need to be in the moment. In 3 hours, we're gonna be back in this hotel room getting ready to leave. And it's going to be over.
Yes.
And we're on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I'll be telling her in Boston.
That's right. We just need to breathe deep and be present.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, and so another kind of good piece of perspective would be if your 70-year-old self walked in. You know, my husband's mom died, and we had her funeral this week, and funerals always kind of do this to you, that it causes reflection. And, you know, did you love deeply? Did you live well? You know, what are you going to be remembered for?
Yep.
And
the legacy?
so if your 70-year-old self walked in, what would you say? What would you say to stop tolerating or to stop fearing? Or I always use this analogy. I'm like, I never want to get to the end of the race of life and realize that my ladder was leaning on the wrong wall. You know? Like, was your ladder leaning on the wall that it was supposed to be leaning on? Or were you completely following something that was not your path? Like, that is scary. You know?
I've heard like an analogy of that or something. Like it was like a story, or you know, like when you get to heaven, like you could see like what your path could have been.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that, and every choice you make and things like that, are you listening to the Holy Spirit's nudges and seeing His path? And that's what I said to you, because this last year has been so impactful for both of us and our journey together. And I just said, you know, when we were, you know, celebrating that year together, that I just always want to look and see God's hand in this, because I text her all the time, and just those God winks of there He is again, making sure and confirming that we are on His path, that confirmation that you and I both love to see.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very good.
Well, so, you know, I think best advice, we talk about anchors all the time, all the time. We talk about anchors to y'all. We talk about anchors to each other all the time. But, you know, I think the best advice is to establish those anchors early and know who you are, know whose you are, and to be unmovable in your standards. That's kind of one thing you said in your letter.
Yes.
And then we can always do better. Let's be gentle in spirit.
Yeah. I mean, and breathe deep, relax.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay. You'll get through hard times. And trust deeper. Don't waste it. Don't waste a moment.
Yeah.
And
don't waste the hard.
Don't waste the hard.
You know, because the hard.
Something will come out of it.
Yeah. That's right.
On the other side, you're going to get through it. Hard is hard of hard.
Yeah.
You know, but you do. You get stronger on the other side.
Yep.
And find your person.
That's right. Find somebody that can laugh with you and that can set big goals with you.
Yep.
So
that is important.
Yeah.
Right there. If your person is not like really holding you accountable and challenging you, we heard that on a podcast. It was the run coach. Yes, Jeff Cunningham. He's like, if your run coach, like, what did he say?
If your run coach doesn't believe in you, like, doesn't believe you can do it.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Yes.
That's what we listened to this week.
Because you always, my very first half marathon, guys, my very first one, she puts me in corral A.
Right. And see, if you would have followed that in Austin, you would not have ran angry. Yeah. So I have no trouble setting goals for you.
I know.
None. I mean, I'm like antsy that we need a new goal.
I know. That's funny. I just thought of that.
I literally have all of Christy's like demographics. Like I know all her demographics so that I can just sign her up. Like I can sign her up fast.
Yep. I am signed up, guys. We don't know what yet.
So if you could write a letter to your younger self, what would it say? What would you stop? What would you start? What would you guard?
Yeah, guys, comment below and tell us, you know, the 3 main things you would tell yourself, and really ponder on it. Think about it. Maybe write a letter, share it with us. We would love to read it because we enjoy doing this, and that's why we felt it impactful to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending time with us on Grit and Grace Podcast. If this episode spoke to you, please like, share, and follow us on all the platforms. And as you head back into your life, choose to pursue it with strength, faith, and intention, a life marked by both grit and grace.